Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rambling RunOff. I am your host, Rios, here to give you the sports news I think you need to hear. Yes, at Rambling RunOff, we run on all day and ramble on forever. Yes, we got an action-packed show for you. We're going to be talking NFL, NBA, and everything in between. And of course, with me, as always, Mr. Danny Tan. Danny, say what's up to the people.
What up, y'all? Happy holidays.
Yes. Happy holidays. Welcome to our Christmas, holiday, Hanukkah, Diwali, Kwanzaa, Happy New Year's special episode of Rambling RunOff. Danny, are you excited for the...
Goddamn.
No, yeah. Are you excited for the holidays, Danny?
Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some time with family. Got no crazy big plans, but I'm excited. Just take a little bit of time off. What about you, Rob?
No, yeah, I mean, I'm looking for a good time as well. I'm just hoping that there's no, how would you say, dampening weather. It was sprinkling here around my area for a bit. But I think we should be good. I think we're looking for a good holiday break. I celebrate Christmas, so I'm hoping for a good Christmas. And then the next week is going to be New Year's. And yeah, I'm looking forward to 2024. Are you looking forward to the new year as well, Danny?
Yes, sir. New year, new me. I'm gonna be trying to do same old stuff, just a little bit better. You know. Nothing crazy, but every year trying to improve a little bit. I have no resolutions thus far. Robert, what about you? Got any New Year's resolutions pending?
Yeah, I'm gonna see about the gym. I'm gonna see about new financial strategies.
Nice.
And let me see what else is going on. I don't know. I just want to make this podcast better.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe more stuff on TikTok. Probably more better edited social media postings. So especially if we start doing more video. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it'd be all good in the hood for next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just to give a little weather update. I don't think we'll be raining on Christmas Day, but for the rest of this week until Friday, it looks like we got a little bit of rain. And then maybe the 29th, but but yeah, I mean, next year, bigger and better things. Hopefully we get a sponsor. That's probably my goal for next year. For the podcast, that'd be sick. Up viewership. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, a sponsor would be nice, but we gotta up that viewership by a lot. Or we find a small sponsor that's like, hey, you guys are small, you guys got XYZ components that work for us, and yeah, we'll take you.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, hopefully, we get one of those like bigger sponsors that give us a little bit of dough on the side. Yeah, just to spread a little bit of it, that'd be sick.
No, yeah, of course. But yeah, are you ready to get this sports rambling show on the road?
Yes, sir.
Alright then. We're going to kick off this episode with something we haven't gone in depth for a while because I haven't really watched it. The NFL. I hope you guys remember we used to talk about a lot about the NFL episodes ago. It feels like forever now, but yeah, we're gonna be looking at the playoff picture. It's starting to show up a bit. Just gonna go over who's in, who's out, and then we're just gonna go over some of the primetime games that just passed by and look at some of the primetime games that are gonna be coming up this weekend and throughout the week. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time for football, considering their schedule is kind of all over the place in my opinion. Considering I like to put the polls and whatnot and different posts on the internet, and it's kind of hard to how would you say, Danny, keep up or like organize.
Yeah,
because I'm like, how am I supposed to post? Like, for example, for the Sunday Night Football, NBC is going to be broadcasting their game not on Sunday night. That makes no sense. I mean, it does, but also now it's not Sunday Night Football, it's Saturday Night Football. Why would you guys do this? But anyways, looking at the the playoff picture, it's starting to clear up a bit. We have 4 teams who currently qualify for the playoffs and will be going to the playoffs. One team from the AFC and 3 in the NFC. The one team from the AFC is the Baltimore Ravens. Still in the hunt behind them. Surprisingly, they have not qualified with a record of 10-4. We have the Dolphins. Then the Chiefs, who have kind of, I don't want to say gone a downward spiral, but haven't been getting the best of the calls from the ref as of late. So they sit in 3rd. And surprisingly for me, the Jacksonville Jaguars at a record of 8-6 are 4th. Behind them also another jump star of a team. We got the Cleveland Browns at 5th. Then we got the Bengals holding on for dear life in the 6th position, who moved up 4 spots from last week at week 15. Then behind them, we got the Colts at 7. On the bubble are the Texans, Bills, Steelers, Broncos, and the Raiders. And then I guess the Chargers are still in the race. Currently eliminated are the Patriots, Jets, and the Titans. And that is for the AFC. On the other side, in the NFC, they have, like I said, the 3 positions already wrapped up. The 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Eagles. So basically all of the NFC East. Basically. So right now, yeah, number 1 are the Niners, Cowboys at 2, Eagles at 3. Then fighting for that 3rd and 4th spot. Or excuse me. Well, right now the Niners are 1, the Cowboys are 2, and the Eagles, depending on wherever they land, are going to qualify for the playoffs. Right now they sit in 5th, but they are outright contenders for the playoffs. Officially at 3rd for their conference in NFC North is the Lions. Then representing the NFC South is the Bucks at 7-7. They face Green Bay in Week 15. Then 6 we got the Vikings, and at 7 we have the Rams. On the bubble, we got the Seahawks, who are also at 7-7, and the Saints, who are 7-7 in the 9th spot. And joining them are their fellow NFC South competitors at 10 are the Falcons, 6-8, Packers 6-8, Giants, then the Bears, all rounding out the bottom half. Eliminated from the NFC are the Panthers, Cardinals, and the Commanders. But yeah, it's starting to heat up considering we got like 3 weeks left of NFL football. This is probably the most confusing year for me for the NFL, considering I haven't watched a lot of games and a lot of teams. But the reason that is because, like, since all the teams are competing, I don't know, really well or really poorly, there is no outright contender. Like, looking at the standings, like, yeah, you can tell who's in first and who's in second, but the records are like super duper close. Like the Cowboys and the Eagles both have a 10-4 record. The Niners 11-3. Like a win and a loss can turn the ship around for any team. Same thing in the AFC as well. So it's coming down to the wire, Danny. I don't know. Do you want to chime in really quick?
Yeah. I mean, I think the top teams from last year, showed that, they were the top teams for a reason. 49ers, despite their injuries last year, came back. They're doing well. I think Cowboys are a little bit of a surprise. But, Eagles up there. The Chiefs up there. With the Tay-Tay crowd. But, yeah, I mean, the same with you. The NFL has always been a little bit more of a top-heavy sport. People with superstars and whatnot. Definitely, and even, as I was just saying, top teams from last year is still the top teams. But you're right. I think there's a little bit more parity this year between the teams.
A lot more parity.
Yeah. But, excuse me. The top teams are still the top teams. If you're following last year, you can kind of, if you took like the top 5 teams in the league, majority of them are still top this year. There's been a lot less injuries this year, which is great. But
you mean a lot of injuries, sir? Well, remember we were talking about Aaron Rodgers. A bunch of people got hurt in the beginning of the season.
That is true. Yeah, Joe Burrows too.
Yeah, that was another one.
Yeah, I mean, I think compared to last year, there was quite a few. There was, you know what? That's a good point. I take it back. there's still injuries this year. But yeah, top teams are top teams. Like if you're following year to year, it still looks good. I think the Rams are a little bit of a surprise of, they were doing well and they kind of teetered off a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're still doing decent. I think it's just still a really good year, but because of the parity and there's a little bit less stardom in the league. Tom Brady, superstar. Unless you're a little bit more of a diehard NFL fan following your team, it's a little harder to watch. Like if you're a more casual player, you don't know who's in the league, who's big. Maybe Pat Mahomes, or you follow the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. That might be the only reason that you're tuning in because of just pop culture wise until the Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, it's been great. Games have been fun. Games have been tight. We had a couple of blowout games, like the Miami Dolphins game earlier this year, but
or last weekend. You want to bring up that? You want to look at that?
Okay, last week, the Raiders versus Chargers, 21-63.
63, bro.
Yeah,
63,
that's
bro.
Insane. Yeah, how do you even let that happen?
I don't know.
Goddamn.
But they fired the coach like literally right after that.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like they gave up, honestly. Like if we could.
Yeah, I mean.
Go ahead. Move on. What were you gonna say? Can you finish your thought real quick?
No. I think the NFL moves a lot faster on those things, whereas other sports teams will wait until the offseason or wait until they're definitely out of contention for the playoffs. But NFL moves so quick, firing coaches and staff. It's insane.
Well, I mean, they have a way bigger how would you say I guess field or bucket of contenders or people they can move around. So yeah. I don't think they really worry about stuff like that. And like I said, there's only like 3 weeks left. I don't think there's any more bye weeks. So, and like I said, I believe if I'm correct, they're done. So
the Chargers are out.
Let me see. They should.
Chargers are out of contention. There's no chance.
Oh no, they are still in it.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like
somehow
they're
5
still
and
in.
9. With the 5 and 9,
they still have
record.
A chance to clinch.
Yeah, I know, but they have
and
to.
They fired him.
Basically, win on their next 3 games. But also, you could probably think that the Chargers they're just gonna tank and just wait for the draft.
They're gonna tank. Yeah, there's no way they can take the Chiefs out. Like, come on.
No, yeah, like they're. Let me see. Who's their next game? Oh, it won't let me pick. Okay, whatever. Anyways, but yeah,
I can see their next game is against the Bills, then the Broncos, and then the Chiefs. Yeah, so there's no.
Okay. You said Bills, Broncos, and Chiefs.
And Chiefs, yeah. Yep, in that order.
Their best bet is beating the Broncos.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I mean, that should be an easy dub.
You said the Bills. Hope the Bills have an off day. You gotta beat it out with the Broncos, and I hope that the referees are against the Chiefs that day. And I hope that everyone in front of them loses, which isn't. All right, there's at least 3 teams on here with a fighting chance. Steelers, Bills, and Texans are on the bubble. And then in front of them that could slip up would be the Browns, Bengals, and the Colts. And that's it. Like, you're not going to get anything else out of that. So it's squeaky bum time if you're the Chargers. But also, they fired their coach. So I highly doubt that, they would be like headed for the playoffs if they wanted to make a move like that.
Yeah. I thought it was preemptive, but looking at it again, no. I mean, they already knew. If they want to tank, they should have tanked.
Well, they are taking. You just fired your head coach. Why would you do that?
Exactly. For sure.
But that was the Thursday night football matchup. The highlights were just insane. It just looked like the Chargers just flat out gave up. There was a punt, how would you say a punt that was a fumble recovery by the Raiders, where the Raiders defender literally stripped the ball from the guy while he was standing up. Like, bro, how do you let the man strip the ball from you while you're standing up? Like, you can't be letting that happen. That's embarrassing.
I know. Yeah, you can't be getting stripped. Like, you gotta have a flag on the play. Like, grab a guy's shoes or something. Come on, kick him in the chest. I just get stripped like that.
No, yeah, that's why he caught the ball, and then the defender literally grabbed his arm, and the ball just popped out. Like, bro, how do you have butterfingers like that? Like, like the guy that tackled him made it look too easy to strip him. And then there was the play. It was the INT touchdown. I think it was the last INT or the last touchdown that the Raiders got. I mean, it just sucks. I mean, their quarterback got hurt as well. Justin Herbert messed up his finger, and I know people are like, "Oh, it's just his finger." Like, okay, like maybe he could play with the broken finger, but also that surgery is going to be insane. Like, you're trying to fix a ligament that's like the size of a rock, like a very small rock. So they decided just to put him on the shelf, and the poor backup quarterback, I don't know his name, but he just threw the ball at the defender basically, and the dude caught it with one hand, and he ran it in for a touchdown. It was just too easy. Like, this Charger team just got dismantled.
It's too easy.
But I digress. On Sunday night, we had the Cowboys beat the Eagles 33-13. I think the Eagles, in the 6th minute of the fourth quarter, had a chance and fumbled the ball around the 50-yard, 40-yard line. And that was that. Cowboys win. And then on Monday Night Football, we had the Giants of New York beating the Packers of Green Bay 24-22. I believe they won off of a late field goal. Correct me if I am wrong. And in bonus, we had some Saturday night games on the NFL Network. The Bengals defeated the Vikings in a close one, 27-24 in overtime. The Colts beat the Steelers 30-13. Then we also had another shellacking. The Lions beat the Broncos 42-17.
Oh, don't say slacking like that.
Well, it was 42-17, bro. What would you call it?
Okay.
What, is that too violent?
Down.
A beatdown?
Slacking just sound weird.
There was a squabble.
Sure.
But yeah. Why is my dog barking? What's going on? Who is that?
What row?
The security dog's barking. But yeah, sorry, my dog's barking. He's getting, you can see even he's saying that the Broncos got a shellacking back there.
They're saying he sucks. Woof, woof, woof. They suck.
But yeah, moving on. The next slate of primetime games, which there's a lot, or a few I should say, because they're kind of all over the place. Thursday night, there's the New Orleans Saints going to SoFi Stadium to visit the Los Angeles Rams on Prime Video at 5:15 p.m. Pacific time. And then the special Saturday night slate of NBC games, which I got to double check again. I got Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers on NBC at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. Let me see, just to double check. Okay, I know there's another game as well. Let me see. Saturday, yeah, and there's also the Bills and the Chargers. You catch that game on Peacock at 5 p.m. Pacific time as well. And then Monday Night Football. Well, Sunday, there's a whole slate of games, of course. What is that? Christmas Eve, right? And then Monday, the 25th, there's 2 games. There is the Raiders and the Chiefs at 10 o'clock Pacific time. 10. So what would we got? 1 p.m. Eastern time, right? If it's 10 o'clock here.
1 a.m. Eastern is.
I mean 1 p.m.
11.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
1
11.
p.m. 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Raiders Chiefs on CBS. Then on Fox, you got Giants and the Eagles at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, I'm trying to do the math in my head right now. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how am I going to post all this, because all the games are not on their scheduled programming and not on their scheduled time slots anymore. So we're going to see how this goes. Maybe I'll just do like special holiday graphics. Would that be okay? You think I could get away with that, Danny?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm like, I could do Thursday night football, but Saturday night football, I'm like, bruh, I could just do holiday ball. And just have NFL. Because, yeah, these games are all over the place. But it makes sense because it's Christmas time. So, what are you gonna do?
Christmas time is here.
Hey, bro, watch out! You're gonna get us demonetized.
Bro, you act as if I seem like a goddamn goddess. Relax.
And I act like we get money from this yet.
Yeah, and that too.
But that's the slate of games coming up this weekend. I do wish I could be watching a lot of these more NFL games, but like I said, there's been so many injuries that it's getting hard to keep up on who's playing and who's going where. So I do know the Chiefs are in a rut. I think Miami's also in a rut. The Browns, I'm just surprised they're playing really well. They're playing really well. Let me see. Let's just look at this past week's games as well. Sunday the Saints beat the Giants 24-6. The Dolphins goose-egged the Jets 30-0. Texans over the Titans 19-16 in final OT. Buccaneers 34-20 over the Packers. Check out this, Danny. Check out the scoreline. 9-7 Panthers over the Falcons, where over the weekend everyone was posting the cheapest ticket for the Panthers game against the Falcons was like $4.
God damn.
Yeah, I know. Well, they suck, dude. The Browns beat the Bears 20-17. Chiefs over the Pats 27-17. 49ers over the Cardinals 45-29. Then we had the Rams beating the Commanders 28-20. Bills over the Cowboys. Wait, did I goof up? Bills over the Cowboys 31-10. And then it's because that was from the week before. And then 31-10 over the Cowboys, and Ravens Jaguars 23-7. And then Monday was Seahawks over the Eagles 20-17. Did I just not write my notes right? Is that what's happening? I see what I did. Okay. All right, now I corrected myself. Correction, I fixed it all. Alrighty then. I'm glad I fixed that. 'Cause I was like, wait, did I write down the wrong stuff? No, that's because I had it from last week. Just reiterating from... Okay, that makes sense. Alrighty. Did that make sense, Danny?
No, but I trust you.
Alright, and then just to go over week 16. Bengals Steelers on Saturday with the Bills and the Chargers. Sunday, Browns Texans. Commanders Jets. Seahawks Titans. Colts Falcons. Packers Panthers. Lions Vikings. Jaguars Buccaneers. Cardinals Bears. Cowboys Dolphins. Pats Broncos. And then I think I forgot one more Monday night game. Ravens and the Niners. Giants, Eagles, and Raiders and Chiefs once again. So Danny, are you gonna be watching any of these games by any chance?
I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be doing some other stuff, trying to hang out with family, but maybe.
I mean, really quick, how's your fantasy team going?
Oh God, don't talk to me about it. Not well at all. But I just happened to win the last two matchups, so that puts me at 5th out of 8th. Not doing super great, but not bad. Not bad.
Hey, epic comeback! Not you got bad. 3 more weeks. You got 3 more weeks, bro. You got at least 3.
You're right. I do. I got 3 more weeks.
At least get third or second.
Doing okay. Yeah, I mean, still, technically you're doing better than my fantasy basketball. Maybe we'll talk about it in the NBA section, but I know it's been bad.
But if it makes you feel better, I've never been good at like analyzing players. Like if they're hot, then I'm good. But if you're gonna tell me like, hey, what do you think about this guy? And I tell you like, oh well, he's been consistent through X, Y, and Z. But like once he actually plays that day or that weekend, he sucks. I don't know why. I think I'm just cursed. So don't ask.
It is a curse. It is a curse.
Don't ask me, bro. Don't ask me.
It's the same. It's the at AFC Columbus Crew curse. The same thing,
bro. When I pick against the crew wins.
Yeah. Well, either way, the team you pick, the other team wins.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'm just bad at predicting. This is why I don't bet, by the way.
Yeah, and I don't recommend you starting. Don't ever start.
I only bet on the ponies because it's easier to guess the odds because they give you the odds on paper.
You always get the odds if you can look it up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's easier to bet on horse racing.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're getting sidetracked.
That's true.
But yeah, we're looking forward to a nice NFL Christmas holiday weekend. So we hope you guys all enjoyed that. But Danny, are you ready to move on now?
Yes, Ersky.
Alrighty. Danny, we're going to go from the grass to the hardwood. We're going to be talking NBA Christmas games, or XMas as they are promoting it. I'm just going to go over some slate of games for everybody. The first game kicks off at noon Eastern with the Knicks hosting the Bucks on ESPN. Then at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN, the defending champion Denver Nuggets will face the Warriors. Then at 5 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN, the Celtics face off against their longtime rivals, the Los Angeles Lakers. Then we got the Sixers, who will play the Miami Heat at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can catch that only on ESPN. Then finally, in the late game at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, which is I think like 7:30 my time, on ESPN, you can catch the Mavericks versus the Suns, and that should be a good game. Danny, which one of these games will you be watching over Christmas? And which one is the good one?
Christmas Day, I mean, in our family, we kind of just have the game on, like TV, instead of having like a fireplace thing with Christmas songs and whatnot. We kind of just have it on. So I'll probably be watching almost all of these games, if I'm being honest. Probably not super closely, checking in here and there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be watching probably all these games. What I'm really excited for is that Nuggets Warriors game. That's a great Western matchup. Let's see if the Warriors are able to step up against the hot Nuggets. I mean, Lakers Celtics, like you said, great sports rivalry. The Sixers and the Heat, I think, is another great game to watch. The Sixers have been doing very well. The Heat recently have been heating up, not to be a cliche, but Mavs and Suns kind of suck. I mean, there's a little bit of a rivalry there, not really. We'll see if Devin Booker and Luka Doncic get into it a little bit. I mean, could be fun, but I'm not super looking forward to it. Yeah, I think the NBA really set up a good list of games to watch Christmas Day. Robert, are there any of these games that you're excited to see?
I want to see Lakers versus Celtics. I want to see a good rivalry game, bro.
Yeah,
that one sounds good.
On paper, good rivalry game, but you really look at the rosters, it might be a beat down from the Celtics killing the Lakers. They're just such a stacked team,
And where are the Lakers? Chopped liver? They just won the in-season tournament, bro. Did you not see? They hanged their banner and everything, bro. Man, you're tripping.
Did they really hang the banner? They said they weren't.
Yes, they did. Everyone, it didn't matter who was going to win. The league was going to make it mandatory. What the hell? Are you being serious?
They literally said, we're not hanging the banner. It's not a championship.
That? Who said that?
The Lakers organization tweeted it out.
Well, your sources are wrong because they did hang a banner, and you must have been looking at the wrong Laker account. You were probably looking at the LA Leaker, the LA Leakers or something.
Leakers. What I was gonna say is the Lakers lost against the San Antonio Spurs. Literally, one of the worst teams in the NBA. I think it was part of fatigue from doing the extra game in the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
They did get an extra day of rest, but I'll just say it's that. I mean, the Celtics are just a stacked team. I mean, it's not fair. They're a super, super team. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. But I mean, it's the Lakers, bro. Yeah. They still have capable players that could do the job.
Make anything happen. Yep.
Yeah, they can make it happen. It's just they turn the car off, and they let it go in the neutral, and they let God take the wheel. They start
slipping down the hill.
Yeah, it's like, bro, wait, control your own destiny.
Step
bro.
on the gas.
Put it in drive, bro.
Yeah.
And do some donuts. But but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to see a rivalry game. That's just my thing.
Yeah, it should be fun.
The other one's the first game, the Knicks and the Bucks, because apparently all the pundits are saying that the Knicks got to sign a big name in order to be successful. But they've been building up on their own, little by little. They still have they don't have Porzingis no more, huh? correct?
Idiot. Porzingis is on the Boston Celtics.
Okay, there you go. That's why. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
It was literally one of the biggest deals of the summer.
Okay, my bad, bro. Chill. Yeah, I do because I just remember I just saw a highlight. I'm like, wait, where's he playing for? But yeah, um, do you think the Knicks need to sign somebody big in order to be successful?
No. If I was the Knicks, you made a lot of good plays to get Jalen Brunson to build around this team. To be, they're successful right now. If you're really looking at the standings and they are 5th in the league, not bad. I don't think they're a championship contender, but to trade away what you have, I don't think is worth it yet. I think you let this team develop, let them gel. I think they definitely could use a little bit of a better scorer somewhere in there, but to do that, you're gonna have to give up a couple of the pieces you have. You'll probably end up in the same spot, but worse off because this team has had a little bit of time to gel. So I think let the team develop, keep it cool. I don't think you'll get a draft pick anytime soon. I don't know their draft situation, but you can let the team get to know each other, get the chemistry going, and then pick. This guy we could use, but if we could turn it into something bigger, it'll benefit the team much more. I think that's where they should be looking in like a year. At the end of the season, if they can find some players, sign them a free agency. There's a lot of couple of Toronto Raptors that they might be able to get for cheap, because they're on their contract year, something like that. It would be great. OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, another good name in there. Yeah, well, we'll see. I think the Knicks are doing just fine.
Okay, you make a lot of good valid points. I mean, yeah, the Knicks have been on the ups past couple of years. I mean, I was shocked that they made a pretty decent playoff run last season, and they're doing okay for themselves. But yeah, a lot of people are thinking they got to make a signing or a trade or something to, get this train going like consistently. But
Yeah.
I mean, let's see how they fare against the Knicks as the new noontime game against the Bucks on ESPN. I mean, the Nuggets and the Warriors, that should be a good game. I mean, no Draymond Green for the foreseeable future. Indefinitely suspended. No timetable as he, I don't want to say hits. Well, he hit somebody.
Yeah, I mean, he's dealing with his repercussions.
No, yes, which, I mean, arguably so, or unarguably, I should say. Because, what are you doing, bro? Looking like a fool out here.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and he's going to have to go on a Prodigy tour. They say he's going to have to take anger management classes, something of the sort. I think it's going to be similar to, like, the education and classes and whatnot that Kyrie Irving had to do after his comments, and social media posts about anti-Semitic media propaganda. But Draymond Green and the Warriors themselves, even when he was playing, they were struggling.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, for the first time in, I think it was 268 games, missed a three, or did not make a three. Excuse me.
Wow.
By far setting the longest record, beating his own record. But it's like 3 years of regular seasons of making at least 1 3 in each game. I mean, it's just a part of the struggles that Warriors teams is going through. They've been dealing with a handful of injuries, but this is what it is. They're an older team. They've got a couple of young studs, but this is the balance. Like your stars are getting older, but you're still asking them to produce.
Develop.
Exactly.
Oh,
and so where's the balance? Like, no, you're right. That's exactly where I was going. Where's the balance of having your old guys still produce to keep you in the game, and then you still have to give time to the new guys to develop? I think they hit a little bit of a good stride with Jordan Poole, but then he ended up being someone who didn't want to be in that development phase. He thought he was bigger than it, which that's a conflict, and now he's on the Washington Wizards. But it's like a very fine balance to have with your new and old players. I'm not sure if they're at a turning point yet where they have to invest and really have their new players tank a few games or tank this whole season, not be a contender, and have your new players develop, and then next season say, now we're a contender, now we're going to come back and kill it. But, they're going to have to make a lot of decisions very quickly.
All right, because time is running out. Because I remember a couple years ago, people were like, "Oh, Klay Thompson's gonna leave. He's gonna go to the Lakers. He's gonna go to the East Coast, yada yada yada." And then he ended up staying in Oakland, formerly in the Bay Area. Same thing for basically everybody on that team. I think the only one that actually was I'm out of here was it Ibaka?
Serge Ibaka, yeah, he retired.
And then. Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. Where is Iguodala at right now?
He retired.
Okay. So, as you can see, their options are starting to get very limited for everything, basically. You're losing your big guys. You're losing your defenders. You just got pure shooters on the floor. And you have nothing developing off the bench or even in the reserves. Do you know if they have anything cooking in the G League? What's going to happen in the next couple years with this team, honestly? Are they just going to rely on draft picks? Are they going to trade?
Yeah, I think they have enough pieces, like Andrew Wiggins, another guy, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. They have some players to start and build around, but they need to make some moves to get some not older, but some seasoned young guys that have some experience and that could be studs. Someone like Paulo Banchero, not a number one rookie, but someone that they might be able to get a deal with and develop really well to work alongside Curry while he's still got his legs under him. Klay Thompson is having not the great shooting year. I think he's kind of getting the brunt of the media because he's just not a great shooter right now, but he's still making, I think the last stat I saw was 41% from the field and 34% from three, which is about league average from three, but it's not Klay Thompson numbers, I think is the issue.
Yeah.
He's not the player that he was. And because of that, I don't know if you heard, but he did not get offered an extension or a new contract. So there's a little bit of tension there as well. I mean, it's a lot of things compounding in Golden State.
I would have to wait and see what the GM, the president, and everyone in between, decides on where to move this team. Because I think after this year or maybe next year, they're going to have to start considering options, making moves.
Yep. Yeah, I know they really want to make the most out of these Curry years. Potentially, Curry could play until, like LeBron, 40. He's not playing as physical of a game, but then again, he's not as built like a tank as LeBron is. You just never know when his skill is going to decline a little bit and it just won't be at the level that you need as a number one option. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see.
We also have Sixers and the Heat. Danny, is there anything interesting for that game?
I mean, Tyrese Maxey having a hell of a season. He's having a... Come on, man. He played for the Sixers.
I know. I was going to guess. I was like, there's no way he plays for the Heat. The Heat are down in the dumps right now.
Tyrese Maxey's having a hell of a season. He's really stepped up in the space that James Harden had left. Yeah, he's definitely having an all-NBA season, in my opinion.
I'm going to look him
Joel
up.
Embiid's doing Joel Embiid things. The Heat, on the other hand, are doing very well. They started the season kind of slow. But
more than slow. Bottom of the pack. Okay, yeah, they've in 7th place now. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but in their last handful of games, they've won. They're currently on a 1-game lose streak. Oops, excuse me. But previously to that, I thought they were on a 3-game win streak. Let me see.
I don't know. Let me see. You said, let me see. They have won 7 out of 6 home game, or they are 7-6 at home, 8-6 away. Was this in the division? They have won 5 games. In the conference, they are 12-10. And their differential is
I'm looking
plus
at the record.
0.8. Their streak, they are on a 1-game losing streak. Their last 10, they are 5-5.
5-5, yeah. I was gonna say, looking at the record, they're 1 up and 1 down. But they've been doing, I think, decent. With the injury to Jimmy Butler here and there, they're doing all right, I think.
Wait, Jimmy got hurt, bro?
I mean, well, he's just been in and out of the lineup.
Oh, not again.
But like small, everyone has these short-term injuries here and there.
Yeah.
But Bam Adebayo's been having a hell of a season.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I haven't heard his name for a bit.
Yeah, he's just playing amazing basketball. I mean, I think he might be a silent killer in terms of people who might be, I think he's going to be all defense for sure. He might be defensive player of the year. He's just a solid big guy. He's been doing so much for the Heat silently, but he's been doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson been stepping up. Tyler Hero, I think, is still out, unfortunately.
No way. Wait, did he get hurt again, or is this still from last season?
No, sorry. He did play.
I was about to say
recently.
I was about to say, Danny. And then on the final game, we haven't mentioned it, Mavericks and the Suns. I don't know. This game doesn't really scream prime time to me, even though it's the last game of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think what is that? That's the 2021 rematch. I mean, the same thing as last year. The Mavs and the Suns, they have like a small time rivalry. The Mavs took out the Suns last season, round 2, I believe.
I thought that was the Nuggets that took out the Suns.
Oh, that was that season. That was 2 seasons ago then.
Yeah.
In the 2022
we were watching
season,
it at your house,
right.
and the game was over at halftime.
Yeah.
So it was 2 seasons ago. Yeah.
2 seasons ago, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they've got a little bit of rivalry because of that game or that series where Devin Booker talked a lot of smack. Luka Doncic came back and punched him in the face with not physically, but with his stats and his gameplay.
Yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah. Because I think the Suns were like super duper hot at that time.
Yeah, they were. And then the Mavs took them out.
Yeah. That was an interesting time. Yeah. I do remember that. So maybe we might see some fireworks here. Might see some scuffles.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it, but I think that's why they put that matchup in there.
I mean, it makes sense now when you put it like that. Because, I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting some pushing and shoving in this matchup here.
Yeah. Get a little cheeky.
No, yeah, because I'm pretty sure these guys are probably heated. Man, we got to work on Christmas. The food.
Yeah. I mean, if you're one of the top teams or one of the biggest franchises, you can expect to be playing on Christmas Day. The Lakers, I mean, almost every Christmas Day, they're playing.
Nah, it's kind of like the Cowboys and the Lions playing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I mean, the Knicks almost every year, Celtics almost every year. If you're one of the hot teams, why not? You can expect to be playing Christmas Day.
No, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's an easy way to showcase, somewhat of the best basketball to not just the United States, but to the world as well. And, it's just an easy way to get viewership. You just have games on all day. People leave their TVs on. Like how you said, you're probably going to watch all the games anyway by default.
Yeah. It'll be on the TV for sure.
No, yeah. I get you. What you guys got, like a flat screen or something?
Yeah, of course. What do you think I got? Cathode Ray? Come on, man.
I don't know. You just got that AV yellow, white, red connection?
No. Got that little converter box still? Nah.
Yo, the old converter box where when they got rid of the antenna signal?
Yeah, nah. I mean, you still need an antenna nowadays. Because
the converter box is in the TV.
Yeah. Well, that was just to switch over to HD. But
now they're streaming. We're in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're streaming. You need a Chromecast nowadays. But
because how do you usually watch games, Andy? Do you use like Hulu or something?
I'll put it on, like if the TV is a little older, connect the Chromecast, throw it on there. Nowadays most TVs are smart. I can just stream it straight to the TV. Sometimes go old school, get an HDMI, plug it into a laptop or something.
Oh yeah. I know we used to do that at your old house before. Just throw the NFL game, plug it in with the laptop, watch the playoffs.
Yeah. That's probably I won't be home. I'll be at a family member's house, so I'll probably be throwing it up either from my phone or someone else's phone or one of their computers, because it'll just be on ESPN. I'll probably just have it streaming the whole day.
No, yeah, man, that sounds like a good time, my guy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, alrighty. So once again, just to go over the name of the games, we got Knicks and Bucks on ESPN 12 Eastern. Nuggets versus Warriors, ABC ESPN at 2:30 East. Celtics Lakers on ABC ESPN at 5 p.m. Sixers versus Heat 8 p.m. on ESPN. Mavs versus Suns on ESPN at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. All times Eastern. So enjoy the Christmas basketball, everybody. But Danny, do you have anything else to add in regards to the NBA? Anything at all?
Anything to the NBA? Man, I just had some. You know what? We'll save it for another time.
Okay,
we can save it for another time. I mean, the NBA is just at an exciting place. There's some parity in the league. Teams are doing good. The West is really hot. The top East teams are, I think, going to be staying at the top. It's just an exciting time to watch some basketball.
Okay, remember, and I'm gonna say it once, but I'll say it again later. We're not recording for another 2 weeks, Christmas break. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Say, unless you want to tweet it out or something later, hold your peace now.
Do you want to make a bold prediction about the NBA now and see how it turns out in the next 2 weeks?
Sure, yeah. I mean, we could do quick pick who you think's gonna win in these 5 games. I'll go first. I'm gonna go upset Knicks over Bucks.
Knicks over Bucks. Okay.
You go.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we're gonna alternate the games. Okay.
Yeah, go.
Easy Nuggets. Nuggets over Warriors.
You gotta say which yours for Knicks or Bucks, fool.
Oh, Knicks or Bucks? Oh, Bucks. Easy.
All right. I'm gonna go Nuggets.
Nuggets. I'll go Nuggets as well. I love the Lakers, but I'm gonna go Celtics.
I'm going Lakers over Celtics, and then I'm gonna go upset Heat over the Sixers.
Oh God, I'm gonna go Sixers.
And then I'm gonna go Mavs over the Suns.
I'm gonna go Suns over Mavs.
All right, there you go. There we have our predictions officially locked in. We will see you in 2 weeks, and we'll see what's up.
2 weeks. Yeah. Oh, my last prediction. I think Zach LaVine will be traded by the time we record our next episode. Possibly DeMar DeRozan as well.
Oh, okay. Where are they gonna land?
I don't know, but they're gonna be traded. One of them might be in the Knicks, maybe.
Ooh, hey, there we go.
I don't want that to happen, but it just might happen that way.
Hey, there you go. But all right, then we ready to move on, sir?
Yes, sir.
And we now are headed to the warm-up, where we will be talking one of our classic segments on our show for the past, I think 2-3 years now, which is holiday sports memories. I know we've brought it up before. I think last year we did it around Thanksgiving, because I think we had taken a break around that time as well. But, I have to bring it back. We're just going to talk a couple minutes of our favorite holiday memories that we've had. So I will go first because I like to bring it up. Last year was great because we had Thanksgiving and we had the World Cup. And then I think as of this recording a couple days ago, is the 1 year anniversary of, like I said, the FIFA World Cup, but also the FIFA World Cup final, where Lionel Messi and Argentina won the World Cup over France after going into regular time, then extra time, and then into penalties, where Argentina was successfully able to lift the World Cup trophy. I remember I was with my girlfriend and we were watching it. Argentina was up 2-0, and we thought oh, this game is over. It was the 70-something minute, and then France gets one. And I was like, oh no, here we go again, because 2-0 was the most dangerous lead in all of soccer. And of course they get, I think it was the penalty. Now they're tied 2-2. We go into overtime. And then I believe, Messi gets the third. The ball barely crosses over the line, and then I think Mbappe gets another one. It's just like, damn, like you had both your star players showing out, and of course in penalties, Argentina gets it done. France gets a shot blocked. They have a shot missed, and that was it. That was a wrap. Argentina was the victors last year, so it was a good time last year during the holidays. But Danny, I'll stop talking here and get my next thought going. But what's a good holiday sports memory of yours that you have?
I don't have a specific game in particular, but like I said, NBA on the TV. It's just fun having it on the TV, watching my cousins, my uncles, my dad. We'd each pick a team, talk a little bit of smack back and forth. No stake in the game, but just picking a team and saying, your team sucks or my team's good. That's probably one of my favorite memories. Just around the holidays, watching a little bit of basketball. Every once in a while, switching to football on those, not Christmas Eve, but down to like New Year's, watching some football and stuff. And then a lot of it was just watching one of those sports and then going outside and trying to do the same thing that we just saw on TV. Play a little football, play a little basketball.
Yo, dude, same.
It's always been super fun. Yeah, I think it's just one of the things that sports does. It brings people together, especially around family time. Watch things, have a lot of fun, get entertained, and then go out and get inspired. And I hope anyone listening, you can watch a little bit of sports, get inspired, out with your family, your kids, brothers, sisters, siblings, mom, dad, uncle, grandma, grandpa. Talk about it a little bit, maybe get out there, get a little active, stay healthy, and have a lot of fun.
No, yeah, I feel you on the trying to do everything. I think last year I said for Thanksgiving, I bruised my finger playing football. We were playing on like a hill, and we were playing two-hand touch, and I got my finger stuck in someone's like the sleeve.
Oh, in the shirt.
And like bent backwards. And I was like, ow, and then it just like swelled up, and I had put my hand in a ice cold cup. Yeah, that shit sucked. I was like 10 or 11. I'm like, ow, this hurts more than when I pulled it backwards. But it was very purple. So that was one of my memories. I'm trying to think back because I remember my grandma used to have like this really old TV, and I remember specifically watching the Lakers play the Heat. And I think around that time, that was when Shaq went to Miami. And now that I think about it, I just saw a clip. I don't know if it's in relation, but it's the clip of Shaq and Andrew Bynum both basically like stunning on each other. So the first one is I think someone took a shot.
That'd be so funny.
Someone took a shot, and then Shaq straight up just jumped over Andrew Bynum and knocked him down and dunked on him. And then literally
him over me.
Yeah, and then literally Andrew Bynum got up, sprinted down the court. Shaq, follows him, guards him. I think Kobe gives Bynum the ball in the paint. And I shit you not, Bynum jukes to the right, and then Shaq takes the bait. And of course, Andrew Bynum spins to the left and for the easy layup and jukes him. And then they started bumping each other, and then I think Shaq took a swing at him, and Kobe was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So they had to stop play. But yeah, that was a good one. I don't know if that was Christmas or holiday related, but that was just a clip that I just saw on Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
And then Shaq was like, how did that he tweeted it. He tweeted out that he's like, how did that work out for him?
Damn. Shaq has to be like that, man. I mean,
it might have been around that time. I think it has to be because someone just posted it. I think it was ESPN. So I'm assuming it might have been the same game low-key. But, I mean, it's been years. And because I remember the TV that my grandma had was like super duper old. Like, it might have been older than what I was saying you, the fucking yellow and red cables.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? That reminds me of a game. I think it was the year Steve Nash got traded to the Lakers. I think the Suns played. I don't know if it was New Year's or maybe it was Christmas. The Suns played the Lakers. I remember watching that in Arizona with my cousins and whatnot and uncle, and that was a bit of a rivalry game just within the house. Steve Nash getting traded to the Lakers and then coming back and playing against his previous home team. That was a good game as well.
I'm trying to see. All I could tell you was that the game was on TNT, and at the time, Andrew Bynum was 18 years old.
Damn.
Was it this
18.
one? Oh, it might be
It's
this
all good,
one.
man. Let's move on, man. Let's move on.
I might have found it. It says the Lakers won 100-92, and this game was in January 2006. So it might have been like a weekday game. But I do remember they played each other like during Christmas though. 'Cause I think it was right after he left to the Heat. 'Cause I remember that was like a big deal at the time, and that's why we were watching it. 'Cause like, you know, Shaq leaving.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was forced out of the Lakers.
Well, yeah, he was getting old.
Yeah. Well, it was time to pick, and they picked Kobe.
I mean, I think it worked out in the end.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
But yeah, I don't know. What else do you got, Danny? There's no other holiday memory of yours?
I mean, no, I can't think of a specific.
I know you have a brother, bro. There's no way you didn't.
Yeah, I
dunk
know I
on
have a
him
brother.
Or like, juke
Yeah, I mean,
him.
we play ball and stuff. You know, it's a really funny. You know, I don't think this is a Christmas story, but just a funny. I think we went out to play football, one time after watching it on TV. I mean, this might have been New Year's. Might not have been Christmas time. But we were playing football. I think there was 6 of us, so it was kind of 3-on-3 scramble. We were playing football, and one of my cousins ran into my other cousin, and he didn't chip his tooth, but he hurt his tooth really bad. Like, it was wiggling. At this time we already had adult teeth, so this was like, if this tooth was gone, it was gone. And
was it like high school?
I had thought, it wasn't high school. I mean, we might have been a little younger. And I thought he had broken his nose because they ran into each other super hard. And they didn't hit the ground, but they ran into each other super hard. I thought that he had broken his nose because he went face planted like straight into the other guy, straight into my other cousin. And I see blood, and he looks up, he spins around, and he says, "Dentist! I need a dentist!" And oh my god, I was really concerned. So, I almost burst into tears laughing because my god, I just didn't expect him to say it. I thought he was like, that hurt, or it's like, man, it's like, I think I need to go to the hospital, but he yelled out for a dentist. I was like, god damn. That was a really funny memory, but he turned out to be fine. FYI, but yeah, I don't think that was Christmas. I think that was New Year's, but that's another memory that just sticks out.
Dude, that's funny. I'm trying to think. I think for me, because New Year's we used to watch like the Rose Bowl game, because that was when USC used to play a lot.
Yeah,
because that was when they were running the formerly Pac-12. I mean Pac-12, formerly Pac-10. RIP to the Pac conference. Yeah, we would watch a lot of those. So I remember when they played Illinois, when they played Penn State. I cried the last time they won it in like 2017 because it's been so long. They beat Penn State again. With a game-winning field goal. Let me see what else was. I mean, yeah, there was that one. I mean, when they fucking lost to Texas. Fuck you, Vince Young. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there was that game, Penn State, Illinois. Dang, I feel like there was another important Pac-12 game. I mean, not Pac-12, another Rose Bowl game. It's slipping my mind. I think they might have played Michigan. I don't recall. It's been so long, bro. But yeah, we had a lot of good times watching USC play playing the Rose Bowl games. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's what I got right now. Do you have any other memory you would like to share, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, probably have some by next time we record for sure.
Next time. But yeah, if you have any holiday sports memory, either it being watching or playing during Christmas break, New Year's Eve break, yeah, let us know in the comments or hit us up on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. And just let us know what you remember from those times. It might, maybe it's not even sports related. It might be like the food or playing video games. Oh, I remember playing FIFA a lot, so that was cool. So yeah, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, you're good, my guy.
I'm good.
Alrighty then. That means we are now at the rundown. Daniel, are you ready?
It's time to run down.
All right, don't worry. It's not a lot, so it's not gonna take us a lot of time this time. Okay. So.
Yeah, man, we had some hefty rundowns the last couple episodes.
No, yeah, man. Well, there's a lot of stuff happening before the end of the year, and I bet there's still stuff that I still missed on here, which I'm gonna be like, dang, sure. I forgot. But from what I was able to round up for the rundown, we have some WNBA news this past week. The WNBA announced that they will start their 28th season on May 14th. Was last season's champions, Las Vegas Aces, and the runner-up New York Liberty, both being in action. This will also include this season will now also include a more compact format for the Commissioner's Cup and a month-long break for the Summer Olympics from July 18th to August 14th. The 20th WNBA All-Star Game is scheduled for July 20th at Footprint Center in Phoenix. Just as a note, in some past seasons, the league opted not to have an All-Star Game in conjunction with the Olympics, so they don't, clash and, I guess, how would you say, have a congested schedule with it. But I guess this year I think they're confident enough to, to juggle between both. So that should be good. And then the television schedule for the WNBA will be announced at a later date. Danny, are you excited for the WNBA?
Yes, sir. Just another thing, WNBA had their lottery draft. The Indiana Fever are going to be the number 1 pick, followed by the LA Sparks
good
as the number 2 pick.
I totally forgot about that. Who rounds out the top 5?
Top 5? That's a great question. They just saw the logos, so this is kind of fucking hard.
It's just the logos.
Phoenix gets pick 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Number 4 is, I believe, is Seattle. And then number 5 is, goddamn, it's just the fucking logo, is Dallas.
Oh, okay. Aren't they the Dallas Wings? God.
Yes, the Dallas Wings. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. So it's Phoenix at 3, the Mercury, Seattle Storm, and number 5 is the Dallas Wings. Yep. Oh, I have it right here now. So 6 is the Mystics. Then 7 is the Lynx from Minnesota. 8, Atlanta Dream. And then 9 is the Wings again. And then 10 is Connecticut Sun. Liberty at 11. And then, yeah, and so on. So, yeah, it should be a good draft and a good season for the WNBA. I think the popularity kind of rose a lot this past season. So, hoping for a good time next year.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like what the fuck am I saying? God.
I don't know. But
Sabrina,
say, what are you looking at?
I was saying Sabrina, the Sabrina Page. Is that her name? Sabrina Page? Oh no, sorry, Caitlin Clark. That 3-point shooter from college. She's gonna go to Indiana. It looks like.
Yeah, she's going to go number 1, and then I think I'm forgetting the girl from LSU. I think she also will be coming out of the draft. I think.
Yeah. Aliyah.
I'm not sure, but we don't follow a lot of college basketball here, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I could pull it up if you want, but yeah, I mean, kudos to them. So it should be a good draft. Moving from the hardwood to the racetrack, Danny. The Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum will take place February 4th, 2024 at 8 p.m. Eastern. This is the third, how would you say, the third iteration of this race. Basically they convert the Coliseum into a small go-kart track of sorts, and they do like rounds of racing. Whoever qualifies in their group goes to the final race, and that's how they select the winner. This is like basically a preseason race of sorts. They have bells and whistles of all kind. They got performers. Why is my dog barking again? He needs to chill out. And bro, you need to chill, sir. Sorry about that. He's getting excited. He thinks he's in a NASCAR race. He's got to start barking out really loud. But yeah, Dan, you want to take over while I go get this guy real quick? Can you stop?
Sure,
talk about cars or something.
Yeah, so the NASCAR Busch Light Clash will be at the Coliseum. That is February 4th 2024. They'll be zipping around. Hopefully, we see no crashes because that is a historic site. To be the site of the 2032 Olympics, I believe. I think, are we 2032 or are we 2028? LA Olympics. We are going to be 2028. Yeah, so in 4 years, we will be hosting the Olympics there at the Coliseum. So hopefully they don't crash and make a whole goddamn mess out of it. Yeah, I mean, if anyone is listening to this part, please comment quiet down dog, or no, quiet who let the dogs out. And then we'll know that you're listening this far, and that while Robert is going chasing after his dogs, we're here talking. What else should we talk about while Robert's gone?
Hello, I'm back. I just wanted to hear what you were saying.
Oh wait, what?
Oh, shut up, fool.
That's crazy. You came back just when I said that. That's like some hocus pocus shit.
I just wanted to hear what you were saying. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy gonna be talking about? We're doing this live, damn it. There's no edits here. Okay, there's some edits, but not too much. I don't even know if you guys can even hear my dog, but I was just like, bro, I can't talk with this guy barking in the background.
So
I
funny.
don't know, could you even hear him, Danny?
A little bit. It wasn't huge,
okay.
but
All right. But back to our regularly scheduled program. NASCAR. We go vroom vroom. Donuts.
Vroom vroom, very fast, very fast.
From the racetrack, we go to the soccer pitch. MLS news real quick. The MLS schedules will be released this week as of this recording. They are not out yet, but you should by the time you're listening to this, they should be out. So be prepared to see where your MLS club will be playing and what time. Should be a good time. Should be a good time for the MLS, and I'm looking forward to next season as well. And major news coming out from the MLS Board of Governors meeting. The league announced that they will not be putting their first teams to participate in next year's U.S. Open Cup. Darren Garber announced that, and he's been open about this as well. The league does not feel that the U.S. Open Cup puts the best foot forward for the MLS or U.S. soccer in general. It's been widely known that the MLS, they don't control this. U.S. soccer controls the Open Cup. MLS teams more or less be losing money because no one shows up to these games, and there's no way for them to promote it, even though the U.S. Open Cup is getting most of their cash flow from the MLS. So don't be fighting the hand that feeds you. But also, if you're MLS, why are you, neglecting the oldest running soccer tournament in the country? The Open Cup is more than 100 years old. So it's really interesting. I'm not going to go too much into detail about it right now, but there seems to be a lot of logistical and a lot of thought has gone to this decision. But there will be MLS representation. It will just not be the first teams. So you're going to be happening that basically the developmental teams that MLS Next Pro teams will be playing in substitution for the MLS first teams. Do you understand anything I just said, Danny?
Yeah. Is this like a game? Is this preseason game? I don't understand what the cup is.
The Open Cup. It's just a tournament, like in-season tournament, basically. But it's open. It's
but
US
does
Open.
it count?
It's no. Well,
does it count toward like regular season record?
No.
Oh.
It's like, remember in soccer, there's like hella tournaments.
Yeah, I know, but like usually the point differentials and stuff count.
No. This is not the MLS does not own or control this. Like this, remember I was telling you last week how Columbus Crew automatically qualified to that CONCACAF tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you win Open Cup, you qualified to that tournament.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but they're opting.
But none of the top teams want to do it.
No, the league said no. No, basically their first teams are not. Their senior teams are not participating, and they're putting the developmental teams instead.
Okay, I mean, I guess.
So basically, no Lionel Messi in Open Cup next year.
That sucks because it's those teams with like decent players that could win and that want to go to like CONCACAF.
Yeah, it's the teams that are losing money there. I think are screwing it up for everybody. But also the commission has also openly said like, yeah, he's not a big fan of the way they run the Open Cup. But like in Europe, like they have their regional tournaments and they're huge. So
Yeah, because everyone fucking follows soccer over there.
no, yeah. So like
That's why you could fill the stadium.
yeah, like if you're like Manchester City who won the treble last year, so basically they won their version of like what's called the FA Cup, which is run by the Football Association of England. Then they won the Champions League, and then they won the league title. So they won the treble, basically you try to win three championships. But also I think they're just trying to avoid schedule congestion because of Leagues Cup. So, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I digress there. Let's move on before I start ranting. Some more soccer news. I reported it last week. Liga MX had their final, America versus Tigres. The first leg was Thursday, December 14th at the Volcan, ended 1-1, while the second game was played on Sunday, December 17th at Estadio Azteca, where the aggregate goal tally was 4-1 in favor of America, who won their 14th league title. All three of America's goals were scored in extra time. All their goals were sponsored by AT&T 5G and iPhone 13.
What the fuck?
Literally every time they scored a goal.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Every time they scored a goal, that graphic would pop up and would say, "Goal, iPhone 13, AT&T 5G." I'm just like, I literally commented like on Twitter and Instagram, like, this made me want to buy an iPhone 13 with AT&T 5G. So that was pretty funny. I thought that was funny. But yeah, congrats to America. So a little bit more soccer news. UEFA Champions League finally had their round of 16 draw. We will have Porto versus Arsenal, February 21st and March 12th. Including on those dates would be Napoli versus Barcelona. So February 21st, March 12th. Then Paris Saint-Germain will play Real Sociedad, February 14th and March 5th for the second leg. Then Inter will play Atletico Madrid, February 20th and March 13th. PSV will also play Borussia Dortmund on February 20th and March 13th. Then Lazio will play Bayern Munich, February 14th, March 5th. Copenhagen versus Manchester City, February 13th and March 6th. Then the last game for the round of 16 will be RB Leipzig versus Real Madrid on the 13th of February and the 6th of March as well. And the last thing I got right here on the rundown, and I'm sorry, I kind of wanted to do college football, but I haven't been following it as well this year. Just to go over the top four. Number 1, we had Michigan. Number 2, we had Washington. Number 3, we had Texas. And number 4, we had Alabama. So for the college football playoffs for January 1st, the Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern, playoff semifinal number 1 at the Rose Bowl will be Michigan, number 1 versus number 4, Alabama. Then the second playoff game, Monday at 8:45 p.m. Eastern, will be at the Allstate Sugar Bowl, will be the Washington Huskies, number 2, versus the Texas Longhorns. And the winners of those two games will face on January 8th, Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for the College Football Playoff National Championship. So hoping for a good game. If I had to take a bet of money, which I won't because I'm not good at that, I'm going to say Michigan over Alabama and give me Washington over Texas. And then in the final, give me the Michigan Wolverines, baby. Woo! Whoa. But yeah, hopefully we get a good college football playoff showdowns out here. I might do polls for that as well. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, it should be good. Good college football. And yeah, Danny, do you have anything to add in the rundown?
No, I ain't got much. I mean, I added my little 2-piece about WNBA. That's all I got.
Oh, okay, cool. And yeah, I guess we'll start doing the bells and whistles to close out the show. And as a reminder, we will not be recording for the next 2 weeks for holiday break. So yeah, we will see you in the new year. Happy New Year to everybody. And thank you for listening.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for listening to our show, Rambling Runoff. If you're listening on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and like the video. If you're on Spotify, please give us 5 stars and leave a comment if possible. Spotify for podcasters as well. We're also on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, soon to be on YouTube Music, by the way. And yeah, give us a follow or a comment or something. If you want to hit us up on social media, we're on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Rambling Runoff, Instagram at Rambling Runoff, and also on TikTok at Rambling Runoff. But yeah, once again, happy holidays, happy New Year. I've been your host, Robert Rios, from my co-host, Danny Tan. See you guys next year. Bye.
Peace.
Woo.